Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wisdom Wednesday here with Mr. Epic and the Butterfly. How are we doing today?
Good, good.
How we doing? Got to wake you up this morning.
Good
Something's
morning,
going
good
on.
morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing today?
Yeah, something's going on with him this morning. I didn't have time to kind of figure it out. I see we repping the in this season today.
Yeah, you see that, you see that. Good.
Yeah,
Tell the folks
yeah.
about in this season before we get started real quick.
So in this season, is a what should I call it? Pour off maybe? Butterfly evolution is what I started with and how I met Trent actually during the time that I met Trent, Butterfly Evolution. And it started with a friend and I, June 2011, I believe. And boy, did we think we were going to put this show together to help women, and only to find out that we were the women that needed the help. And through the discussions and conversations, the healing took a different turn for both of us. And I'm still here to this day. And Butterfly Evolution turned into, I feel like I kind of grew up in seasons before that and named it, changed the name to In This Season. Right. And so
Uh-huh.
then shortly after that, my son and I started doing daily motivations for African American success, journaling through Dennis Kimbrough's book. He's an author, a great read. And then that was cut short due to my incident, life changing, altering incident, death to life, I will call it. Trent's going to interview me about that hopefully one day soon. So in this season podcast is a spinoff from Butterfly Evolution. And it's about enduring seasons of life because you guys were always going through, coming out of, or preparing for a season. And I think that's one of the things, Trent, that we need to really hone in on in life, because I think oftentimes we get so attached and we think things are temporary, even the things that we grow through, the people that we meet, and everybody is
Hmm.
not for every season of your life. They may be
Not
just
at
a
all.
fall thing
Yeah.
for you to
I
fall
had
and
to
get back
learn that.
up. So there it
Yeah.
is. And somehow it's behind us today. So I'm getting ready to start that back up here shortly. Working on it behind the scenes, but it is coming, you guys. Just got a lot going. So there you go.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
What's
Good
going
stuff.
on, Mr. Trent? What's going on with you today? How are things
I
going?
can't
And
call it my spoiler.
can't call it my spout. I don't know if I've heard you
Can't
say
call it
that.
my spoiler. Yeah, can't call it. Everything good though. Everything's real well.
Okay.
Real good, real good. Let's get it kicked off this morning. We said that we'd open up with I think it was Candy, the last viewer on the
Hmm.
previous podcast, mentioned something, and Tammy brought up the 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes, with God. Spend more than 5 minutes with God, And Candy said something that Tammy disagreed with, and we'll talk about it. Healthy disagreement, so it wasn't no back and forth thing. You want to elaborate on that, Tammy?
So it started, I was speaking on and about, I was going to buy a journal, like a daily motivational journal book, another book, because if I needed it, I'll say that. So I didn't get it, but I did pick it up with intentions to get it. And it said 5 minutes with God, right? And so it didn't really hit me until after I picked the book up to get it. And I thought, wait a minute, 5 minutes? That's totally not enough, right? Um, and so that's where this kind of started from. And I don't know if Candy's on today, but one of her questions was, what if 5 minutes, um, I guess is all that person has or something to
Yeah.
that degree. But she ended with, what if the person that spends 5 minutes with God is pleasing to God? And what if the person who spends, I don't know if she put, think she just said more, is
Right.
not pleasing with God? And so Trent was like, let's open it up, that question up. And I must admit, initially I was like, I don't know if that's anything to open, because I don't want to be the reason. I don't want to, what's the word for it? Justify or make anybody, for me. And I'm just saying for me, you guys, I'm gonna use
Right.
me because I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to tell them how much time to spend with God or not to, or I'm gonna say for me, I realize that more is needed. And I believe the Bible tells us that there is more time needed if you are wanting to spiritually grow and have the kind of relationship that is needed, especially today in this
Right.
world. There's so much coming at us, after us, that draws us from that relationship, not just an encounter, right? The encounters are great, but sometimes if you don't have the relationship, you'll miss the encounter. Because I believe God is with us. Like spending no time with God, his grace and mercy is still upon us because of his love for us. So imagine if we sat with him on a daily basis with a heart that's after him in a different way. Seek me with all of your heart, right? With all of your being. And there
Look,
he is in a more profound way. And I believe that's something that we are missing today. Um, and I believe many of our ancestors, I'll speak for my own, they were some worshiping, I'm going to say sisters. I'm going to talk about my grandmas and aunts. They were some worshiping sisters. And I tell you, it seemed as if life didn't touch them according to looking at them. Like you saw the things happening around them. I remember just being in awe of my grandmother's faith and love for God when I was a little girl sitting there watch her bury her baby boy who had gotten hit by a train, young people out trying to cross over a train that they don't have time to wait for. And she was praising God for just the little time that she had him in her life. She was sitting there praying. I just thought, what is happening here? But it was because of her relationship with God. And it's needed to help us get through the seasons of life. So, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'll ask the question, not specifically to you, Candy, but if you're listening, but to anybody. If we only have 5 minutes with God, what are we doing with the other time? Because let's say we meet our new boo thing, if you're man, woman, whatever, right? And if we would only give them 5 minutes. But do y'all realize how much time we have in our lives when we meet that new person? How much time we talk to them on the phone? So we instantly go from not having any time and for do the things that we need to do, not talking even about spending time in the Word. We go from having no time. Oh, I don't have time for this. But let us meet a new person. We got all the time in the world for them. And so I'm just going to encourage people today. If you don't have 5 minutes, or if that's all you have, by all means, give your five. But if you want to grow to where you have the understanding, your heart desires God, so the desires of your heart become more God-like, then spend more time with your Creator. It's no different from a father and a mother. Even as adults, sometimes we have adults still longing the relationship that they've desired to have with their parents. And I think that's because they're here. But your first mother and father is the Heavenly Father. And I think sometimes internally we long for that presence, not even knowing that's what we're longing for. And that is the cure to all things that you're going through. Over to you, Trent.
right. Yeah. I thought about with her comment, and what she meant. I I slightly agree with her. I slightly agree with her. But here's the thing. This is what I wish for everyone to experience God like I experienced God. And the 5 minutes wouldn't even be a question of how much time you're gonna spend with God. When you're in that place, especially for me, I can only speak for me because it was my experience when I was passing. I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay. So everybody's not going to have that type of experience. I know that, but my hope is for everyone to experience that type of closeness to the divine, meaning that close in that space, in God's space. That's a whole different situation. So that those 5 minutes won't even be a thought. Once I found myself back in this place, I'm like, why did I come back here? Why was
Mm.
I sitting back here? It's so, it's indescribable. The feeling, the energy and everything about that place, completely different. And anybody that actually had an experience like that with the divine, they're not going to put a time limit on it because there is no time. I felt like I was there forever. There is no time. God don't understand time.
Trent, may I say something really quick? I think you hit it on the
Good,
nail. I think
good.
the one sentence you said, you want people to experience the God that you're experiencing, the change in your life. You said that, like, you want,
Good.
that's it, you guys. Like, you start to want that for everyone because there's almost no way to explain it. Like Trent's so right. You don't want to leave. Like, I literally get to this space where I just want to sit all day. And I know I can't. I know I can't, right? But you never feel alone anymore. Like, you
Never.
never feel alone. Sometimes you feel like, oh God, go away, people, so that I can just quiet my life and spend more time. Because there is something that happens internally. I'm telling you that I can't even really put into words, but you want
Yeah.
people that you love and care about to get that same feeling for themselves. And so if 5 minutes does that for you, by all means, at least do the 5. My thing is, if I say, "Oh, yeah," to someone, 5 minutes is okay, then I think that I'm selling them short because maybe I'm judging it on me wanting to stay all day and the
Right.
change that it has produced in my life. And the difference I see in my life when I fall off, when I get too distracted and too busy doing nothing. Because as soon as I do that, life starts to feel chaotic again.
Yeah. That
So
was very
sorry, but I had
transparent.
to hone in on that.
That's cool. That was very transparent of you to say that. But yeah, that's my hope, man, for people to experience it like I experienced it because I am still on the adrenaline of that encounter. 7 years later, almost 7 years later, 6.5 years, 7 years. I'm still on the adrenaline. Still on the adrenaline. I still have that feeling. There's nothing like it. I think that people's minds will be changed. Like, oh, I don't have time. You got a ton of time. You have no idea. You have a ton of time, but it's going to take a life changing thing to want to spend that more time and want to, hit that emergency button. Like once you encounter the divine, is something totally different. You know, something totally different. And like I said, it's indescribable as far as what it feels like to be in God's presence. It's an ultimate feeling that I long for daily. He, God is so powerful where I'm still feeling the remnants of that engagement. I'm still feeling the remnants of it. You know what I'm saying? So 5 minutes is 5 minutes, but I would encourage you guys to do more. Do more, and your life will change in ways you never thought was possible. So, yeah,
And
that's all I got.
Trent, I'll say, I don't sometimes I don't feel
Mhm.
life is changing for the better. I feel that I've changed to where life doesn't hit, kind of going back to my grandmothers and my aunts and things like that,
Yeah.
where because I had this kind of grandma, you were going to go to church regardless, whatever you did the week. And I think I've shared this. I remember I wanted to play sick one Sunday and did not want to go to church.
Mhm.
She said, "Okay, well, you're going to be sick the entire week. Like, you're gonna be sick for the rest of the week because you won't go anywhere until the
Right.
next Sunday. So guess who got unsick right away and went to church because they were adamant you were going. We would all pack up in that one car. If you were a grandchild at her house on that Sunday morning, you were going to church
Right.
regardless. And so they their hearts were thirsty for God because they knew that's where their help came from in every situation, and they knew that they were going to need help because life happens on us all. Life happens. So it doesn't minimize life happening to you for sure because life happens. It's just you're protected. You know that you're protected through it because you have that relationship with God. You have that understanding. You have that wisdom and knowledge. So I just don't want to I want to push people to spend more time. I don't want to give you an out by saying, yeah, 5 minutes enough. I want to say, my sister, my brother, let me tell you, if you got five, try for six. Add one
Yeah, you
more
know,
minute.
when you think about it, when we talk about time, again, once you encounter what I encounter, you're not even think about time.
It's hard not to.
You're gonna realize that time is nothing compared to that. Just say that. Time is nothing compared to that. Time goes completely out the window when you experience God, when you really experience God. Time goes completely out of the window, completely out of the window. And if you really want to talk about it, really want to talk that talk, time was created by man. Everything has a time limit. That's not God. That's not of God. Everything has a time limit. Oh, I got to clock out at this time. Oh, I got an appointment at this time.
I
That's
got one
kind
for you. Kids in school, you got to go to the bathroom at this time. There are jobs that actually tell you when you can go to lunch, when you can go to the bathroom.
exactly.
Like,
That's man created. Yeah,
insane, insane. I
absolutely.
was
Absolutely.
drawn this morning to Luke, and I'm just gonna put it out there, you guys. You can read it yourself, but it was interesting. Luke 40, is it Luke 40? No, that was Ephesians. Luke 10 and start at about 40. Yeah, Luke 10 and 40, where it's talking about Martha and Mary. Y'all, I read that this morning in search of some information for here. And I never got such revelation from that. I missed that whole part at the end where but one thing is needed and Mary has chosen that good part. That's the very last of that chapter. But you guys read it for yourself. Let that be your 5, 10, 15 minutes read today if you don't have one. But it was Jesus telling Martha that Mary had chosen that one good part, which was taking the time to sit at his feet.
Mm.
While she was running around busy and then wanting God to kind of, I guess, reprimand Mary in that way. But y'all read that story because I got new
Interesting.
revelation about it this morning. Oh wow. And that's another thing that will happen. The more I can read, and I've read this Bible, and I can read something, and literally went back and say, now I know I've read this chapter. I know I've read this verse. I
Right.
don't remember seeing it this way. Because the more you sit in silence and meditation and prayer, I'm telling you, you become who you were created to be. There's a
And
dying to
another
self
reason,
that you won't even know. And I'm telling y'all,
right.
there is no way that you can knock and not get this kind. There's no way. And that's why I say knock for longer than 5 minutes, y'all, because I want everybody to feel this way. I want everybody to know that they know that they know, no matter what, no
The
matter
only,
what.
re- the only way you feel different, and you've read these scriptures, because your mind is renewed. You know what I'm saying?
Because your mind
Is renewed. Like you've
renew.
already
Okay,
hit that
got you.
reset button.
Got you.
You know what I'm
Got you.
saying? So I totally get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I definitely get
So,
it. Definitely get it.
all
But go
right.
ahead.
Well, I think I've put my 2 cents in, my 5 minutes
That's
in.
cool. Yeah, that's cool. Well, that was a little more than 5 minutes, but it was a good 5 minutes. So good, good. Where's your coffee? Where's your cup? Where's your? You notice,
I
folks.
got my most favorite cup. I
You
did
notice,
take
folks.
one out. I took
She's
a
been
I
avoiding. She's been
No, I
avoiding
took another one
this
out. Now, if
mug
you want me to just slide
conversation.
around and get it, because 'cause it'll show you up. I did take another one out, but I'm tell y'all, I have my favorite little coffee cup, and it's so hard now. I'm kooky like that. I get funny about little things, and I'll hold on to them for a little while, and then every now and
Uh,
then I'll try to like, "Okay, let me try something else." I have my favorite fork. I have my favorite spoon, and I don't want anybody to touch it. Kooky, but it is
okay.
what it is.
So where is it? Show the folks. Where is it? Where is it?
Would you like me to go get the one I took out?
Yeah, go ahead. Fine. That's fine.
He just
'Cause
wanna
she's
steal the
been
thunder
avoiding this
for a
for a
few
minute.
minutes. Hold on. I'll go
She's
get
been avoiding this mug challenge for several weeks now. 'Cause she saw the mug game is serious over here. So she'll be back in momentarily to grab that mug of hers.
This is one of my little favorite ones. Can you see the little cartoons on it? I
Okay,
took
I
it out
see
to
it.
use. I'm like, "Oh, God, I'm gonna get my same little cup."
Mm,
You see it?
okay. All right. It's a
It's
nice
little
one.
cartoons on there.
That's a nice one.
Yep.
That's a nice one. I'm very conservative, but nice this morning. So
There is
something
nothing
nice.
nice about that.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
we can't what's on it?
It's just a design. That's all.
Okay, okay, yeah. See, mine has mini and, all that stuff.
Filled with
So,
cinnamon rose tea. Cinnamon rose tea.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool though. Real cool, real cool. So hopefully Candy was listening as we dived into that because that was a
Um,
thought provoking comment on last week. And Candy, we really appreciate you always coming through and supporting Wisdom Wednesday. That's real good. Real good,
hey, you
real
know
good.
what? It was good because it brought us back here, and I think more was said here that would help people. Y'all, if you just do something, that's all I say. Just
Right,
if it's a minute, do something. Don't let your life slip away because when the days slip away, the minute slips away, that's a little bit of your life slipping away every day. And the deeper we get into this thing, like I was so deep into life by the time I started really, really seeking and searching. Man, I was so deep I'll say under the rug. I had so much junk under my rug, and my soul had so much junk to get out. And so that's why, another reason, like when we were doing with the young girls and the young boys, it was my desire to help you clean this life up now. Let's start sooner than later to help these young women and young men um
right.
get a hold of God before they're so damaged till it's so much work that it feels like it's not even doable. But, in order for us to do that, we got to do it for ourselves. So I was broken
Absolutely.
trying to get people unbroke. But I had to heal myself first, right?
Right.
So and I can say looking back, you guys, like I guess it was good. I thought it was good, but it would have been so much better had I healed first myself. Like I said, we started the butterfly evolution thinking, hey, we're gonna help some women heal, only to find out
Right.
we were the unhealed.
That was a good program. The Butterfly Evolution was a great program. Met some great people. Every time I went out to that platform, it was good. It was a good
Yeah,
platform.
we had some great times, and it was a good journey. We had some
Yeah,
great times, but it came time to because it was about dying to live, right?
right.
How awesome is that? Because I truly feel like I not feel like I've died to a point. Y'all have heard me say I want to change my name sometimes. I don't. There's so many things that I don't identify with that person, that Tammy, that she created, that Tammy created, until like I want to just detach sometimes from it because I don't know. It's a lot.
Hey,
It's a lot.
Do you find that in old Blog Talk days that people were more engaging and transparent when they called in, opposed to today, where they're just looking and scrolling?
So we had, of course, we had our regular. We had a good following. Like, gosh, I
That
mean, it
was a
was
good regular.
unbelievable how many people tuned in, whether it was during the show, after the
Right.
show, and things like that. Um, and then you had those other people that kind of came in. I met some wonderful people from all over the world. Or talked to, did meet some of them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think about Miss Brenda. Miss Brenda came from the Butterfly Evolution platform.
Right.
And she had been listening, 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 and then she came to the first event she came to actually was the one that you came to at the University of Memphis that I did
Really?
there. It was the first time I had met her out of all those years, but
I
she
don't
was
remember
a
at
listener.
at the
Yeah.
University of Memphis.
Um, so I believe people yes, but I believe that we were at a different time.
Right.
You know, it wasn't to my knowledge, I don't think it was all the other platforms. You think about all the things now. You got Instagram threads, TikTok.
Yeah.
Um,
But honestly, man, as far as for broadcasting, there was nothing like Blog Talk because Blog Talk took me abroad, over into France and the Bahamas and Jamaica and all that stuff. Completely different. And these people were engaging. At least on the Taylor Kennedy platform, they were seriously engaging. Like, I mean, to me, I believe is a different engagement from that time. Today, they just want to scroll and critique and criticize. Back then, they wanted to engage and be transparent and say, hey, I can relate to that. I've been through that too. They're very transparent, very
but I think
transparent.
people were less distracted back then. There's more distractions
Great
now.
point. Great
There
point.
you think about it, it's 2026. A lot of has happened, but nothing's happening, right? In us. A lot of things are
Excellent point.
happening
Excellent point.
around us, but we've gotten so distracted that nothing really with substance is happening internally. So we've
Right.
lost our way. And I don't feel that people really know and understand
Right.
that part of it.
Right.
And sometimes the 5 minutes, the 2 minutes, the 3 minutes, because that wasn't at that time. We weren't just talking. Man, I had some deep conversations on
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
butterfly evolution. Like we talked
That's
about
what I'm saying.
things internal, like the
Exactly.
root of it all. That was one of my favorite shows. The root of it all. And it would come from life happening around me. That show came from someone digging up a tree that I wanted out of my yard for a very long time. And I sat out there and watched a bit of it and got really emotional because it reminded me of some of the roots that were the determining factors of the way that I saw life,
Right.
the trauma that had been planted there. Like I sat there and saw all these things as this guy took out this tree. So I myself were more in tuned with God um, at that time. Now I'm
Right.
getting back into that season in a different way, but I allowed myself to become distracted.
Man. Same
So
here. Same here. It
yeah,
was different. I was on a whole different level, but this level, this round that I'm on now is
yeah,
completely
yeah,
different. And I had more viewership on the TK platform back then. It's like 100,000 people,
yeah. Same
but
here.
it's totally different. This is a whole different thing, a whole different thing. I'm more happy. Back then I was touring, all that stuff, but I'm more happy now because I'm actually doing the work, literally doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it was a great time to be alive back then, but it's totally different, totally different.
I want to say this, and I got to get off. Like I have, you guys, I have a lot of things to come, God willing. I'm working a lot behind the scenes on things that some things I've been so quiet about. One thing for particular, I've been so quiet about because I just need to do it. I just need to do it. And
That's right.
so just you will see, God willing, you will see. And it's
It's
not because I had someone ask me, how do you do all the things that you do? And I said, I don't. I don't. I don't. I have some help. And that's from the Almighty. I don't do it.
and
So
that's the one thing that I love about that experience, that encounter with the divine, right? Anything past that, meaning after that encounter, everything on this side of life becomes effortless. I'm talking about easy peasy, effortless. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks look at me today like, wow, I can't believe you're doing that. How you gonna write a book while in recovery on the recovery? So like Tammy just said, I had some help. I had some help. You know what I'm saying? I just wish my hope is for you guys to experience that. I've experienced. Not that dramatic, not that because everybody has a different mindset and everybody can't handle things that, another person can handle. But I wish that my hope is that you guys at least experience it and you're gonna want more than 5 minutes after that encounter.
I'll
I
say this,
guarantee you.
and I got to jump off. I'll say this. If there's anybody, Candy, you're on here. Like, I long to have somebody to just study with. We study the same thing, and let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion about it. Let's start a thread about it. Right? I
Right.
long for that. 'Cause at the same time, you want
So
people
someone's in the
you
chat.
also want it be so that you could have somebody to talk to about it, because I'll tell you, people wanna hear more about seemingly to me, people want to hear more about
Mhm.
your problems and other things than to hear about the goodness of God, and that always just confuses me in my life today. Like, I feel like people want me to talk about, "Oh, woe it's me," and all this, because I got some stuff going on. Like, let me tell you, life is not perfect for me right now, but I know who is. And
Mhm.
I know who he is, right? So I just, like Trent keeps saying, like, I just want it. I want this for everybody. We need it, right? The world needs more of this. So if there's anybody that wants to say, "Hey, what are you studying tomorrow? Give me something. I'm studying this. Can you read it? Let's discuss it." I will make time for that, right? It's the other small talk that I don't, the meaningless conversations, like, because that's time I could be doing whatever I need to do so I can have more time to do my word. I want to
Exactly.
read this spiritual transformation. No, that's not the part that I wanted. Hold on. Here it is. Seeking God centers your mind, exchanging anxiety for a peace that surpasses all understanding. Philippians 4:6-7. It anchors you so that you are not easily shaken by life's difficulties. So let
Exactly.
that simmer right there. If you feel like you're easily shaken, or you're up and down, out, in, wherever,
Right.
whenever, man, I'm telling you, spend time.
Yeah, we
Spend
should
time.
talk. We should talk on speak on distractions next Wednesday. Let's do that. Let's speak on distractions, and I love talking about distractions and hurdles and obstacles and all that stuff. I look at that stuff as opportunities. I don't know about you guys, but when I have a distraction, I look at that as an opportunity to get over it. I think we should because we're easily
That's fine
distracted
with
these days.
me.
As always, we appreciate you guys for tuning in, especially Kenny. Kenny's always front and center. We really appreciate that. Hopefully, you guys can hook up and Tammy can stop being distracted. Nod, nod, wink, wink. So
She had to
Appreciate you
charge
guys.
that one because 'cause I'm telling you, I thought about her a couple of times, I said, "Okay, I'll call later," and then later is like,
Right, right, right,
I'm
right.
telling you, I go to bed try to with the chickens, y'all, I try to with the
So if you
chickens.
guys missed this podcast, this episode, or any other episode that we have here, or Conversation Prime Time, Conversation with Trend Friends, head over to Spotify, Apple, all your favorite platforms where you receive your podcast. Look us up. We're there. Wisdom Wednesday, Conversation with Trend Friends, Conversations in Prime Time, Conversations, the Nutrition Edition over in France with the lovely nutrition coach, Catherine Gitt. So check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. And of course, we'll be back here for another Wisdom Wednesday, my favorite podcast to do with the beautiful butterfly Tammy Gator. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Same time, same place.
Peace.
You guys be epic.